paramedics were in the building when the shooting occurred, and they were able to immediately begin to administer support and treatment to the individuals who were wounded, and that, I think, will play a huge role in their ultimate recovery.
This particular student actually had a safety plan that was in place where they were to be searched at the beginning of the school day every day. They had been searched previously to today and had never had a weapon on them before. However, today, during that search, which took place away from other students, away from other school staff, they did produce that weapon and fire shots. We don't have any sense of where he is. We do know, again, where he lives, and we are executing a search warrant at that location to see if we can identify evidence. We are identifying associates of this particular individual to identify where he may go from here.
Sandra, that is so encouraging to hear as a parent. Excuse me, my son just came up and I had not seen him. Come up here. So I'm sorry, I've not seen my kid since this all went down. So hey, just really, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. I'm just finishing this real quick, okay? Okay, all right, okay. Are you good? Okay, I'm so sorry. There's no way you would have let your kid walk by.
Alicia, if you need to step aside, please do.
So, okay. He's okay. He's good. You good? Okay, it's good. But yeah, he's the one who was telling me what was happening. And my sister telling me what her daughter was telling her. So hearing Governor Jared Polis put that out there is encouraging, and hopefully it is helpful. Because when you have students who are going before adults and they don't feel like they're being heard, and parents definitely don't feel like they've been heard, especially over the last few years, as we've seen the effects of the shutdown that it's had on education, schools, and crime in general. We'll have to see if something actually comes from this. I can definitely say I hope so. As a parent, I can say so. And I know this is a really weird thing, toggling between reporting and being a parent here, but I'm speaking. Okay, well.
Good afternoon, everyone joining us on Facebook as well as KKTV.com. We are staying on top of this 11 breaking news alert. A shooting at a high school in Denver, 2 faculty members shot. Last we heard, police were still looking for that student suspect. What we know right now, that suspect, again, a minor, goes to East High School. Joining me is reporter Melissa Henry. She's been live on the scene all morning. Melissa, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away. What do we know so far, and what are we working to learn from investigators?
Carell, like you said, Denver police said they are still looking for the shooting suspect this morning. They did say that suspect is a student here at East High School in Denver, and that's really the latest that we know. We know 2 faculty members were shot when that student was going through a routine search. We're told that that student had concerning behavior before, and that's why that student was routinely searched every day when going into school. And this is the first time that a weapon was found on the student, and it did result in 2 faculty members being shot. They are at the hospital. That's the last we knew about their condition. I do want to bring in here a woman who we met named Lorraine. Lorraine says she used to work for the school district up here, Denver Public Schools. Is that correct? And she just expressed a lot of concern to us about what happened here today. Lorraine, what are your thoughts?
It's depressing. It's sad. There's no words that you can actually say to make it sound so as if it could go away.
And I understand you said you were at a school board meeting earlier this week or a few days ago, yes, where some students on Monday were expressing concern about dangerous situations like this.
Yes, they were. There were students, there were principals, there were parents. There were administrators. It was just a lot of people expressing the concerns about this. Like something has to give in this community.
How does it make you feel knowing that you used to work for Denver Public Schools? I understand you retired a few years ago, but with dangerous situations like this happening, what would you like to see done to maybe improve the situation?
Well, first and foremost, I had to retire from being injured, breaking up fights and getting injured by a student and the whole thing. So it was very difficult after 20-some years of teaching. But they have to get involved. It cannot just be the politics and saying what they feel needs to be heard. They need to do things. They need to have officers in the building. They need to have cameras outside. They need to do what needs to be done, and people need to put themselves in the shoes of these parents, these educators, these students, everyone. Because when somebody's killed or shot, nobody wins. I don't care what color you are. All students matter. And their parents do too, so something has to give. And the politics, stop saying what you're gonna do and actually do it.
Well, that is, as you heard, just one former faculty member's opinion. We've been talking to parents out here this morning, Corral, as they were very concerned coming here to pick up their children earlier today. From what we did see, most of the students have now left East High School and have since gone home, or left the campus at least. We do know there's no more school here at East High School for the rest of this week. School is canceled for tomorrow and Friday. And to Lorraine's point, who you just heard from, we did hear this morning during a press conference that there is a plan to have 2 armed police officers at East High School here for the rest of the school year. Corral.
Melissa, before I let you go, I do want to talk a little bit about the fact that this suspected student, the alleged shooter, he was under a school safety plan. We talked about it a little bit in your intro here, where the student was actually patted down and searched on multiple days due to safety concerns. I'm wondering if Lorraine, who's still joining you right now, has any thoughts on this process. I mean, it is really concerning, and East High School has had other similar incidences before.
Yes, I can ask her that right now, Corral. So the anchor who is talking with us here, she wants to know, so I can relay this to you. There was a concern about this student who is suspected of being the one who fired shots today, because that student apparently had been flagged for previous concerning behavior. And that student, as far as we know, it was known to school administrators that this student was a concern. And that led to the student being searched and patted down every day. So I guess, what are your thoughts if there already was an awareness of this student and they were searching this student every day before they came into the building? What are your thoughts on how this still managed to happen? And it sounds like, you know, there was knowledge of these concerns, but yet something like this still occurred.
In all honesty, I cannot speak about that student or slate his character, his or her character, because it's unfair. I don't know what caused him or her to be able to be checked in every day and patted down. They said that they had never found weapons on him before. So obviously, if there was a concern about it, they should have handled it and had it in a situation. But I'm not going to slate that person's character because I don't know what happened. In these schools, there's good teachers, there's bad teachers, there's good administrators, bad administrators. So I will never slate someone's character, because as a mom, as a teacher, you know, wrong is wrong, but there's other things that could have went from it. And if that's a concern, were other parents aware of that? Did they let people know? Because if that was an issue, it should have been addressed. But I don't know, so I definitely am not about slating someone's character.
Okay. And just to be clear, Corral, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. As far as we know, the suspect has not even been caught yet today and is not in police custody at all. So still a lot of questions that we are trying to get answers to.
Melissa, I do appreciate you taking the time, and again to